Morning, everyone. How you doing? How's your weather today? Ours is a little cloudy. Hope yours is better. Hope you had a great week. And I am Jackie Bluhm. And we will get started in just a second. I'm going to be showing you some new things coming July 1st. Get ready. Buckle up. Let's see. All right. Just waiting for my camera to pick it up on my computer. Come on, come on. And where is it? Still not here. All right, well, while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to pull out a paper pack. Look at this, you guys. Isn't that cool? This is Need for Tweed Designer Series paper. And hold on. Come on. Wow, my computer is so slow. What is going on? All right, somebody out there, if you're out there, let me know that I'm live. Oh, Lyle's watching. Hello, Lyle. Thanks for watching. I don't know what's up with the computer. You know, technology issues. It happens all the time. Seems to be more so to me. All right, well, we'll just try and stay right here. All right, so this is the Need for Tweed. This is the what you would call the front side. And then this is more of the neutral side. So I'll give you a second to look at that, screenshot it if you want. Really pretty. I just love the look of these. All right, so that's the first paper pack I wanted to show you. And I don't have everything. Hey, Mary, thanks for watching. I don't have everything, I'm just showing you what I have, okay? Number 2 paper pack is Floral Charm. The Floral Charm paper pack. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so pretty. I'm going to give you a little bit wider and then hopefully go a little bit narrower so you can see a little bit more. This is a big paper pack and it is so pretty. So this is the front, the hero, and this is the back, your neutral. All right, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You've got practically every color you can think of for a mixture of colors. Look at that one. Okay, I'm going to have to move these down a little bit because I still got more. All right, it's the back side of that one. I think this is my favorite. I don't know if it shows up very well, but this is blue. Really, really pretty. To me, that screams fall. Okay, I'm gonna have to move them down a little more. And we're still going. Isn't this a great paper pack? I really like the subtle of this one too. Something other than green leaves. And finally this one. So that is a big paper pack. Remember, these start on July 1st, and this is Floral Charm. Give you a minute to look at that, and we'll move on to the next one. I will be showing you some artwork today, so don't worry. All right, this next one, if I can get it out of the box, so to say, is Painterly Pears. Okay, another big pretty paper pack. Oh, let me hold that up. I didn't hold anything up. The patterns are great. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is just gorgeous together. And yes, I may not have any stamps. I didn't buy the stamps. But I think you could use this paper for just about anything. Wouldn't that be a pretty wedding paper if the colors were working in your favor? And there's such nice neutrals. If you don't like the pears, love that one. You can just pop it over to this side. That would be a nice neutral for you. And we'll keep going. Look at that one. I just love these. And there's so much pattern to them. It's great. I think that's similar to that first one similar to that first green one I showed you. I love these because you can just cut them into thirds and you have something, you know, already done for you. Add your words. This one, moving them down a little more. And finally that one. So the pears really have some different colors in them. Lots of different colors of pears. Can't quite see those two. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. I hope you do too. So that's just a little bit of the paper. I think there was a couple of more. And now I want to show you some of the products. So this is going to go fast, okay? It's a great big one. It's like 6 by 8 1/4 or 8 1/2. And it is the Sunflower 3D embossing folder. If I can get it out of here. And it is so pretty and so detailed. And what it looks like in white is like this. So this is the embossed, but you can use the debossed. And in fact, on some of my cards I did. You'll be seeing a technique that everybody's doing. I know Sharon did it, and then another gal did it, and they did it just slightly different. So I'll be showing you lots of techniques to do with this pretty. And just so I don't forget, thank you for stamping with Jackie Bluhm, .stampinup.net. And don't forget, there's a few more days left of the half price. So all that stuff, or anything that's a suite, you can buy a suite and get a suite for half price. You can buy a paper pack and get a half price paper pack. You can buy the dots, the gems, the ribbon, and get one half price. But be careful, because the lowest item is what you're going to be half price. So if you buy a suite and you don't buy a second suite, whatever you do add, like dots or paper, that would be your half price. So the best bang for your buck is to buy a suite and then a suite, or a stamp set and a stamp set, etc. That's all I need to say about that. If you have any other questions, let me know. All right, something else. Long time no see. I love llamas. Don't know if I've ever told you that, but I love llamas. And I'm like, oh, he is so cute. I can't wait to use him for Christmas. And I know there's a lot of dog lovers out there. So that's a set, or a set. This is another one, rustic centerpiece. I like the design of those. And a little color pencil or a little bit of blends or markers, and you're good to go. Or just do it in a color. So I'll be using that one a lot. The next one is the labels. Label Me Grateful. Always got to have good words, right? Oop. And it also has these dies. Now you may look at this. This is all words, no images, and these dies are images, but they don't have a corresponding stamp, but they're going to work beautiful together. Wait till I show you. As I said, look for more things coming in July. Here's another one, prairie grass, and I'm another one for this type of look. I will just gravitate to it. You know, we all have our faves we gotta have. And the last stamp set that I got, not saying that that's all there is, and there's bling and other things, but I had to focus, you know, a little bit at a time, just like you do. And this is the Jar of Love. And it goes with the Jar Punch Sweet Jar. And if you got a stamp set that's in, let me see, I believe it's in the current catalog. Where is it? Okay, sorry, I'm not finding it. It's, there's another jar one that we had. And I'm totally drawing a blank. Sorry, guys. I'll put it in the comments. But there's another jar set, and this was the companion punch to that jar set. And now we have another one for Christmas. Yay. Okay, I know you want to see cards. So here is a card, that I just created with some of that new tweed paper, corresponding cardstock, and that jar of love stamp. So there's one. And then I wanted to show you a couple techniques. Remember I told you there was a couple of girls that did some stuff with this. This is crushed curry, and that's the sunflower. I've got crushed curry, I've got pecan pie, and early espresso. And on this one, I don't know if you can see it, but I scored some lines, because one of these techniques is called carved wood or burnt wood or something like that. So that's why you put the lines in, okay? This one doesn't have any lines, and I'm going to use this one on the other side, the debossed. So embossed, debossed lines if you want. And I do have a couple cards to show you, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy this is and what you do. All right, so you can start with as many colors as you want. You can do it on white. It's just whatever you don't think to play with, okay? So the key thing that I got from both of those ladies is you want to use the end of your stamp ink pad. Oh my goodness, sorry. The end of it, and you want to hold it at an angle. So you don't want the whole thing down because you're going to get too much color. Okay, you want to blend from light to dark, and that's why I have these colors out in order, okay? All right, you're going to get a little bit messy. It's okay. So this is crushed curry on crushed curry. And like I said, at an angle and just lightly. You can always add more. You can't take it away, right? Add lightly. I like to do full strokes so you don't get anything in between. And you just build your color. Okay, there's number one. I'll do this one at the same time. So that's the embossed. This is the de-embossed. I don't know why I did that. And it's going to fill in more of the background because the rest of it is, you know, debossed. So there we go. Let's put this one away. Pecan pie is up next. And I'm hoping that you can see these lines. They're coming up a little bit. Again, very, very lightly. And I'll tell you now, if you lose a bit of color, you can go back. But because you're going back over dark, I would, oops, I forgot to do the other one. I would make sure that that is dry, okay? So ever so lightly. Oop, see, I got a little heavy. It's okay. It's okay. It's just paper and ink. There we go. So the debossed, you're kind of doing the background. The embossed, you're hitting more of the foreground. Okay. So I'm going to skip that one for a minute. Turn it over and make sure that it's dry because I want to go back and add a little more curry to that one. Crushed curry. And this one, and again, you can put on as much or as little as you want. But I kind of like to go with my last one and just hit the edges, top and bottom, and kind of give it a little bit more of a darker look. You can even go all the way around if you want. Why not? It's just paper. There we go. Stick that one up there to dry a second. See what I mean by inky fingers? Okay. Wash those fingers off a little bit. Give that a second more to dry. See if we can't get some of these images, the lines to come up. All right, so we're going to go a little heavier on this one. And I think I'm going to turn it around. If you use this edge, it'll be lighter, but it will come back once you close it up and let it sit, or you may have to re-ink. It is using a lot of color. There we go. Okay, see, by adding more, you're seeing those lines just a little bit more. There we go. So it makes it look more like a wood image. Okay, there we go. Crushed curry. Go back, I think, to a little bit more of this and hopefully not take too much away. This seems to be a little bit juicier pad. You want a juicy pad so it's easier to drag it across, but you don't, you know, you have to be, the juicier the pad is, the whiter your touch has to be. So I'm just going to give that a little bit. And what do you think? Again, I'm going to hit the edges with a little bit of the darkest color, which in this case is Early Espresso. And I just like how that kind of frames it out so you don't have to add another layer of paper behind it. Okay, close that up, wash off my fingers because I do have a couple of cards to show you, but I don't want them to end up being yellow or brown because they're not yellow or brown. All right, make sure it's nice and dry. Oops, got a puddle of water there. Wow, I'm batting 1,000 today, guys. Okay, so let's get rid of that. So this is the one that's regular embossed. And I'll turn it so you can see, hopefully you can see those lines a little bit. I do have another card that you'll be seeing later on with this technique, maybe next week, that will show that the lines a little better. And this is the debossed. So aren't those pretty? Which one's your favorite? I kind of like this one, but I like that one too. And you could go back and add more color. I think that one, the more color you put on, it almost looks like the better it looks. I don't know if that makes sense to everybody, but it does. So here's a couple of cards that I did. Here's using some blues, and they are Balmy Blue, Azure Blue, Azure Afternoon, and Night of Navy. A little bit more of the new ribbon, or no. Ooh, that's a real sneak peek. That's all I'm going to say about that. Some Wink of Stella. So that's just using the blues. And I don't have any embossed lines on here. And then I have one more for you. And this one is Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, Pecan Pie, and Early Espresso. And I believe it's on Calypso Coral. Here you can see those lines. Make sure you can, I'm on camera. You can see those, I just did 1/4-inch lines and I just barely brushed on some color, where this has more color. It's hard to tell that there is that many colors on there, but there is. Hold this one up again so you can see it a little more. Isn't that pretty? And these flowers can be any color you want. I think purples would be really pretty. Pinks would be pretty. All right. So that is what I have for class today. And as always, I like to know what you like best. And if there's anything that you would like to see, just leave it in the comments. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. And 1, 2, or 3, which is your favorite? This will be up on Facebook under my TGIF Art Time. That's, thank goodness it's Friday, Art Time group. And it also will be on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Jackie Bluhm 3117. Bye now. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.